Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Truth from My Perspective. I am Shanika Guzang Ferguson. In my last video, I began my introduction series to my self-awareness program, where I highlighted the core value, self-respect. Now, as a continuation, this week, I will be highlighting honesty. So like I said in that video, as women, we all should have standards and we all should stand for something. We need to set those standards for ourselves as a guide for our actions and for the expectations we have for others. And those standards that we set for ourselves, they are usually guided by morals and values. So what are your morals and values? What is your guiding compass? What is that based on? Well, today's video, like I said, I'll be highlighting honesty. Again, I'll begin by sharing a definition for honesty. Honesty is a facet of moral character that connotes positive and virtuous attributes such as integrity, truthfulness, straightforwardness, including straightforwardness of conduct, along with the absence of lying, cheating, theft, etc. But in summary, it is simply speaking the truth. And today, I'm going to share a few reasons why I believe honesty is a core value that each person must attain. So one, when someone is honest, it says a lot about their character and their integrity. We're easier to assume that this person is a person of integrity, especially when they're honest in the most difficult situations. Another reason why it's important to be honest is that it makes you more reliable and trustworthy. And everyone wants to have a relationship with someone who is honest and trustworthy, someone who they can rely upon. No. As a child, I always hear this story about the boy who cried wolf. Now, for those of you who have never heard that story, it is about a shepherd boy who would tend to the sheep. Now, every day he would just fool all the villagers that there was a wolf coming to eat the sheep. And the villagers would run to his rescue, only to find out that he was just playing games. And this would continue over time. And until one day, indeed, a wolf did show up. Now, when he called for help, the villagers just thought to themselves, this shepherd boy is just joking around again. So no one heeded the call. And all the sheep got ate by the wolf. In one twist of the story, the boy was also eaten by the wolf. But what is that saying to us? That when we continue to tell lies, it affects our word, it affects our integrity, it affects how others see us, and persons will be quicker to disbelieve what it is that we're saying. And of course, in the moment when you want someone to believe you, that's usually the time when your character is called into question, because no one will think you're being honest. And I like to liken this onto someone who steals. If you have been caught stealing, and for some reason you happen to be somewhere and someone misses an item, something valuable, because you've already been found in the act of stealing, you're going to be the first person to be accused. And another reason why it's important to be honest is that your opinions will be valued. Friends, family, your boss, your colleagues, they will come to you more for advice, for your opinions on how things should go, because they value your opinion. They trust that you will be honest and that you will give your honest feedback on a matter. And being honest also makes you feel good. It reduces the burden of having to remember all the lies that you would have told. I'm sure that is a heavy burden. So to not have to carry that, it would be a good thing. Also, most importantly, when you're honest, you receive grace. What do I mean by that? A person, well, for example, in normal society, in the justice system, a person who pleads guilty usually gets a reduced sentence versus someone who allows the case to go to trial and then is found guilty. No, it's in the same way. I'm sure if a child makes a mistake and they run to you and they say, as parents, if they come to you and they let you know that they made a mistake and they're honest about it, you're more likely to react to the situation in a softer way than a mistake is made and you're probing and someone is saying no and lying about it, and then you find out that they're being dishonest. I'm sure that the tone of that would carry a different result. Sometimes why do we lie? Why do we choose dishonesty above honesty? It's because oftentimes we don't want to face the consequence and we want to avoid it. But owning up to our mistakes is a sign of us taking responsibility for our actions. And it sets a different tone for us and for our character. That in itself also makes us trustworthy. Allow honesty to be a virtue. I know sometimes it's not easy to be honest, but the more you practice being honest, the easier it becomes. Allow honesty to be a guiding compass for you. It shows responsibility. It shows that you are assessing. It shows that you want to be better. So do something today. If it is that you are being dishonest about something, try it. Try honesty. It's also owning up and taking responsibility for your actions. Of course, there may be some consequences, but in the end, you'll feel better. You may lose out on something, but in the end, you may feel better. It makes you feel better, knowing that you're doing the right thing and it is a step in the right direction. Again, the point of this whole video is so that we can define or redefine our core values so that we can know how to set standards for ourselves and how to set the expectations for others. They say that bad company corrupts good character, but I'm gonna add something to it and say lying lips corrupts good character. What do you want to represent you? What are those core values that you want to be represented by? Think about them. Think about them and begin to make them your own. Start practicing those by setting standards that represent those value systems that you want to define you. Feel free to reach out. Feel free to leave a comment. Like, share, and subscribe. All the best until the next one.